can expand my teaching ability if I just add a simple tablet into the mix. And I can do this by utilizing Zoom for my synchronous lessons. And here's how I would do that. So I would do that by starting a Zoom meeting and joining with my iPad. So my iPad will show up with the same name on both of them. I'm going to take my iPad and set it down just as it would on the table. So I'm going to keep my camera focused on my face. I'm going to talk to my camera, not to the screen, but to my camera so my students can hear me okay. And then I'm going to take my iPad and I'm going to rename it to board. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk. I'm going to go through my lesson. If I want to give slides, I can give slides. I can do that all on my laptop. But now I want to go to the part where I want to model something. So instead of sharing from my desktop or my laptop, I'm going to share from my iPad. So I'm going to go over to my iPad, click on Share Content, click on Screen, click on Start Broadcast, gives me a countdown, and you'll see this is this is the screen of my iPad. So I can tap out of that so you can see my Zoom part is open. My iPad doesn't have its camera on right now, which is why I just see a blank square over there. So I don't need to turn that on. They would just see the ceiling anyway. So now from my iPad, I can see this red dot up here in the top corner. That shows me on my iPad, I know that it's shared my screen right now. I can open my favorite note-taking or drawing app. So I'm going to use Notability. It's not a free app, but it's one that I really like. I can open a new note. And I can start drawing. So I can talk about some basic math facts, right? So we can talk about 10 plus 20 plus 30, and I can annotate and talk and have a math talk as we go. Every app is going to be different. This one just allows you to scroll down to a new page every time you're ready for a new page. Super useful. You can also save these for later. If you wanted to set things up in advance, you could import. You could also um, present your slideshows from here. So you could go to Google Drive, find the presentation that you want to share, go to Recent. This is going to open in my Slides app, and I can tilt my screen, and there we go. Present on my iPad. So now, instead of having to worry about looking at my presentation when I go, I can keep focus up there. Um, just one way of adding that second screen. And what I could do while that screen is presenting, I can expand out this section right here that has all the cameras, right? So there's going to be a big old tile of cameras right here. And so then I would be able to see all of my students' faces and ask them questions and respond to them. So by presenting on another device, that's super useful, because if I was presenting on my laptop, then I would be forced to have my full screen with my presentation, and I would only be able to see a couple people at a time in a small window over there. So being able to share from another device is super useful. You could do that with another computer, but you can also do it with something as simple as a tablet. Um, every tablet will have one way of doing it that's different from others. So that's how I can expand my classroom just a little bit using an iPad.